Hello, everyone. It's the big day. Metallica, first time in 7 years. Holy crap, big day. Big day. New Metallica album, 72 seasons out. 75 minutes. I mean, you know what? They don't release in 7 years, but at least they give you a full length guy.
Yeah.
So
A
really
lot of
look
music.
a lot of music. So really looking forward to this. It's really, yeah, gonna be exciting. Um, I don't know. What thoughts do you have? By the way, this is my brother Alex. He's gonna be joining us with this
What's up,
reaction.
guys?
Um, you know,
Yeah, I was the one who got you hooked on Metallica,
yeah, all
for the
like
record.
the death stuff, the Bay Metal stuff. That's not his
No, that's
thing
your
yet.
influence. That's
So,
you.
but I'm saying that was all me solo. But bands like Metallica, I mean, that's both of us together. So, that's why this reaction is kind of double. So. Your guys' first introduction to him, but it will not be the last. I can almost assure you.
Nope. Yeah, I'm really excited to get this thing on. I've been really looking forward to this. Um, I want to see happy that they released it this year. Um, because next year would be 8 years since Hardwired, and it took
Mm,
8 years between Death Magnetic and Hardwired. So I was fully expecting it to come out in 2024, but
yeah.
we get treated to it a year early.
Lucky us.
Lucky us.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have too much more exposition, just,
Yeah, me
excited.
neither.
I've heard, yeah, early
The
reviews, heard,
discourse has been really interesting, I'll tell you that much, especially after not listening to any of the other singles besides Lux Æterna.
yeah, I've heard some people say it's better than Hardwired. Some people say it's like worse than Load. Like, I don't know. So people are kind of all over the place with 72 seasons. So, yeah, really excited to see what it brings for us and our reactions to it.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
with
got anything else to say.
Yeah, I've heard 72 seasons is a really good one. So looking forward to that. So yeah, here we go. 72 seasons. First Metallica for us since November. Since we only listened to Lux Æterna, we didn't listen to any of their singles. So Lux Æterna is the only song we've heard. So here we go. First Metallica in long ass time. Oh, Rob?
Okay. Intro
Shit, dude.
for Rob.
Ooh, those sound heavy. Like that sounds like heavy guitar.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like E standard at all. Dude, he is just hammering on
He's
those
chugging
strings.
on that bass there.
Yeah, I'm hoping they really let Rob express himself more on this album for
He,
sure.
he, he's had some really nice things said about his participation with the album.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They're chugging it. They're bringing it back.
They still got some thrash.
Yeah, right? It's pretty standard for them now, yeah. Shug it
Yep.
down for the verse. Of
Minute and a
course, we
half
have
and
we have to yeah
no
we have to have
riffs.
the minute and a half intro. Of course, come on now. Three different
Yeah.
changes
What
in the
is
first
this?
90
Come on.
seconds. And
Sounds
now we
good.
take it here. Yeah. Damn, they brought it down.
Yeah. Ooh.
You can hear the bass cut through so good here.
Yeah.
I like you hear the guitar like hit that lead line like bing, bing. That's dope.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, like
This is a good start.
anyone who wants to compare like old 80s to now, you don't do it. Like, don't do it. It's not the 80s stuff, but it's now we got this
And it
stuff.
will never be.
Yeah, this is a new age, so you gotta love it for what it is.
Nice little lead here for Kirk.
Of course, we got the wah. Of course, we got the wah.
Doesn't seem like a full-on solo.
No, it just seems like kind of like a bridge. I'll pull my camera down just a little bit. Yeah, I love this bass tone, man.
Yeah.
Now we're getting to that point where it's like, okay, what comes after the second chorus, you know?
Yeah.
Well, how are they gonna change it up?
Well, crash.
Oh. Oh. Okay, it's been going on for a little while. Here's the actual solo, okay. Homie's got some chops still.
A little pace change in the middle of the solo.
Yep. All right.
Ooh, nice transition to getting back into a verse. I like that.
Yeah. I have some
And
thoughts.
a call back to the chorus.
Yeah. Ooh, Kirk with the writing credit. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All righty.
I know, yeah, a lot of people said that one was really solid, and yeah, that was a really solid
That
song.
that really did sound solid. That was a great opener.
I think,
Um, the
I
kind
mean,
of breaks their mold of the title track being second in the album, but it is in par with Hardwired.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Couple of quick thoughts from me. First of all, like again, like there's a certain expectation you have to go into with the Metallica song, where it's like like you're gonna hear the same thing a couple times. Like
Yep.
like you're gonna have three, like we have what, four courses, right? And it's like you just gotta know that. Like it's not like Lux Æterna
You
was
just kind
like,
of know that they like to take their time.
yeah, and they have like, yeah. And there's been the other major point I wanted to hit on was with Kirk Hammett, and I want really interested to see during the album. But there's been a lot of slander over the past, like literally like maybe even 20
Yes.
years of just that like Kirk is like a totally washed guitarist.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and what I have to say is that Kirk, like, I mean, really ever since the Black Album, it seems that he definitely wanted to take a more like improvisational approach to his solos. Like it felt like they weren't as like scripted and more like, I'll just do what feels right. You know, you see in some of their
Mm-hmm.
writing sessions, like a lot of it, like, I don't know, it seems like it's a lot more flowy from him, and he's really into the whole improv thing now. And he talks about how much
Yeah.
he loves like playing Fade to Black live for the improv, and so there's been a lot of criticism of his lead playing, but just you have to think he's a different guitarist now, and it's the same thing. Like he's just a different guitarist right now. Like a guy like Dave Mustaine, it's been the same guy like his entire life. Like he's still the same guitarist that he was, but Kirk's very different now, you know.
But I
So
think it's also just plays into the fact that Mustaine's playing is a lot more varied than what people think that is.
yeah.
At least
So
it comes off that way.
yeah. So that's just always the direct comparison, of course. But the point I'm making is that he's a different guitarist. He's very melodic now, and we saw that in that song. He was very
Mm-hmm.
melodic with his solo. It wasn't just like straight like sixteenths, you know, going crazy. Like he
Yeah.
was taking his time with it.
Well,
So
I appreciate the little lead in between the first and second verses,
yeah,
and I
that
and
was
I
cool.
and I think that they did that in Lux Æterna too.
hmm
So I think kind of that may be a theme on this
hmm
album. Not sure, but if it is, I would not complain because it sounded fine and it adds a little bit more of it adds some interest and it adds something
Yeah.
new.
Anyways, enough on a tangent on Kirk, however. Good song, good chorus. I love the thrash. Rob was a dog.
Mm-hmm.
That was really
That intro
awesome.
was great.
Yeah, so great way to open the album. Good energy, you know. That's the kind of track you want to start with. So liked it, loved it. You know, definitely will
Yep.
probably end up being a favorite. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah. Anything else you have to
Worthy of a
say?
single.
Yeah.
Worthy
So
of being a single. I think a good that's a good compliment.
yeah. So anything else you have to say, or should we get moving?
It seems like they're not going to back down on their thrashy levels. Although I am expecting it to be a little slower than Hardwired, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. I
I don't
mean,
know. Hardwired got pretty slow.
Hardwired did get slow,
So
but it's like I'm fully
I
expecting
don't know.
some
So
more of the same, but they went slow
me
on load
too.
and reload. So
Yeah.
it's not like they haven't done it before, and it's led to a couple of songs that have felt very long and drawn out, but I don't know if we're going to be able to see that this time around. I'm hoping that we don't, but who knows?
Yeah. So
This is
we'll see.
Metallica we're talking about.
Yes, sir. All right. Next track. Ready?
Yep, shadows follow.
Let's do it. Ooh, I like this so far. Those drums are fat.
So it reminds you of the hardwire tone.
Yeah, I know. I've been listening to a lot of Metallica recently, and I just forget how much Lars uses the snare. He just
Mm-hmm.
loves, you know. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, that's a good riff. classic James riff.
Yep. Let's see where it leads us. Oh my god. Get out. Thank you. Ooh, that's a good cadence. I like. Ooh, there you go. I like that. One of the things they've been doing so well as their later stuff is their vocal, like, cadencing and pacing. Like, that's just fun to listen to. It's fun to sing and listen, you know, the way he sings those lyrics. That's fucking awesome.
Yep.
Oh, that was...
Ooh.
Okay.
This riff reminds you of the bridge riff in Atlas Rise a little bit.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Interesting that they don't take like that they didn't take like a traditional chorus sense, you know? Taking the groove down. Okay,
Nice
little like harmony. Yep. Standard.
Yeah.
All right.
I like that one.
It was a
Good song.
yeah. I mean, it kind of dragged in the middle a little bit for me, but yeah. I mean,
I
still a
like
good
the
song.
little lead that didn't quite. It kind of like led into the solo. It wasn't quite like a solo.
Yeah,
It was kind of nice little lead, get a little harmony in there.
yeah, yeah. A little harmony
Um,
line. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah. I think yeah. I don't know. There are songs where you're just like I have to listen to this more. Like it's.
Yep.
I think that's an instantly like yeah. I just gotta give it some more time. I'll find my parts that I like, but yeah, I don't know.
I liked the hit with the song title.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I liked
I
the
think
the
that
end of that
especially
chorus.
the I God forbid I praise Lars here. I like the choke, just the cymbal crash, just
Yeah,
it doesn't do anything fancy. It just
rare
kind of
Lars
it adds to the
praise.
percussiveness of the of the moment.
Yeah, 100%. It's not a bad take. Not a bad take. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't have a ton to say. Like the middle part was kind of meh for me. I liked the chorus, and the main riff was all
Solo
right.
wasn't awful.
Solo was okay. I mean, the
It was
solo
it's
was
kind of it wasn't like something that blew my face, but it didn't wasn't like bad to listen to. It kind of exists,
yeah, and that I think that's
which
the thing.
that's not terrible.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't have a lot. I'm excited. Another single. Just been waiting to hear
Yep.
it. So, Screaming Suicide is next.
This song got quite a bit of flack for
Mm-hmm.
when it came out. A lot of people were not very
It
happy with
was
this
the
one when it
third
came out.
single, I believe. I think if Darkness
Second,
had
second.
okay, if Darkness
If
had a Son was
Darkness Had a
third.
Son had a lot more negative feedback from what I've
Yeah.
heard.
Okay.
That one was a lot more negatively received.
Yeah. So we'll see. Um, yeah, I'm happy Lux Æterna's in the middle. Give us like a 3 minute like little break of trying to digest.
Yep.
But anyways, so Screaming Suicide, let's do it.
Yep.
All right. Three, two, one, here we go.
Guitar lead at the beginning here.
Yeah. I like that.
That's a good. That sounds nice.
Oh, and you hear the bass come in, yeah?
Okay. Really
I'm
nice
for
start.
it. I'm for it. There you go. Okay.
Half wasn't amazing, but
It was
good
like
chorus.
I like wasn't even like it just like hit me like I didn't digest any of that.
Yeah.
Yep, another little
Classic. Wow, wow, wow,
yeah.
wow.
Wow, wow,
Piano
wow,
lead.
wow, 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 wow. I love me some bass.
Yeah.
Anytime there's bass, I'm like, fuck yeah.
That was bad. That was good.
Oh, here we go.
Some more. Interesting, they cut the solo into 2 portions.
Yeah.
Spoken word.
Yeah. Rob Trujillo writing credit.
Yeah.
It's the little things. All right.
All right.
Did you hear that? Wait, I almost paused it. Go back
What?
like 2 seconds. Like you hear Rob, he gives that nice. Ah, wrong song. He says like nice at the end.
Nice. Just drugs it.
That's
Nice.
fucking awesome. I love it. Yeah, I
My
mean
app crashed.
another uh it's a interesting one. I don't know. I liked the opening riff. I don't know, I
The
liked it.
harmonies at the beginning was really interesting.
Yeah, I liked that part. I don't know. I'm like refusing to talk about the soloing anymore because I've talked about it on every song. Like I could keep saying it. Like I don't know, and uh, yeah, I don't know.
It wasn't awful.
No, it's not bad, but like I could keep saying like I don't know. I don't know what I could keep saying.
You just
It
start repeating yourself.
Yeah, because it's just like it feels. I don't know. They are very similar. He kind of has his couple of tricks right now, and
Well, yeah,
so
he's got. I mean, he's always had this kind of idea. He's always had the couple of things
I
that
want to take a break.
take a break.
No,
Um,
he has
no,
a
Kirk has like those things that he really likes putting in the solos, and he just uses them a lot. So I think going into it, knowing that and expecting that, it makes it much
yeah.
easier for me to kind of digest those
No,
solos.
not that I don't expect it, just I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. When you listen to an album for the first time, you hear it over and over and over, it can be a little bit. But we'll see. We'll see
Yeah.
if it changes. Not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Um, yeah, again, like Lars is doing his kind of classic deal with the whole good crash hits, but I mean it works,
Mm-hmm.
hitting with the words on like Screaming Suicide, hitting those crashes, I mean making it sound good. I mean it sounds good. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's well produced, it's a Metallica album.
Yep.
I don't know, don't have a ton of words. Just want to keep chugging.
Yep. Let's go ahead and keep trucking along.
Sleepwalk my life away. Interesting.
Interesting title.
Here we go.
Yeah, we start with bang.
Oh, that like
It's
slap. It's
groove.
got that like, yeah. It's got that, I don't know, there's that cool choking to it. I could see this one being like super fun live. With like,
Yeah.
interesting.
The volume knob work.
Look, Van Halen-esque kind of, you know?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Very like kind of Eddie.
Random noises.
Lars
All right.
Phil?
Decent Phil. Decent Phil. Switch it up here at the end.
Another ad lib at the end
Another ad. So that
with
was
Lars.
was that did he just say
He
that
was
was
like
good,
that.
mate?
I
It's
think he
good,
said.
mate.
I think he said that was good, right?
Oh, that was good,
I don't
right?
know. Nothing beats one, two, one, two.
No, you heard his
Leper Messiah.
no, he's got a really good ad lib at the end of Blitzkrieg.
Hmm.
He's like fucked up in one place or something like I only screwed up in one place, something like that.
Fucking Lars.
I swear.
This.
Um, Before you start talking, I do want to say something real quick.
Yeah.
Apologies if like our synchronized like motions to the song is a little off, maybe a half beat
They
off.
they
Not
fit
only is
pretty
there some
good.
delay, it's been pretty good, but I noticed on this last song,
Oh, okay.
not only is the video feed a little slow for me, we're also running the album from two different music
Yeah.
sources. So what he's listening to, I'm maybe a little bit ahead or a little bit behind. So uh yeah,
Yeah.
that explains the out of sync
Yeah.
head movements if it's making you upset.
Yeah.
I know yeah, and I totally get it too. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's so out of sync. He's like off beat.
Yeah. Uh,
Anyways, what are your thoughts?
Forgettable. After doing a couple of reactions, right? I've gone with the mentality of just be as honest as you possibly are feeling in that moment. Even if you are like grogged down and you're like, ugh, and then like you're feeling that way about every song, even if later on you feel better about it, right? Like I don't want to be conservative with it, right? Because
Hmm.
I compare it to like I don't know, like an album like Human from Death, for example. I know it's like a 30-minute album. It's not like one of the longer ones, but even like Symbolic or something like that, like right. Even by the end of it, like I'm still energized and enjoying every song, right? So it's there are albums that you can listen the whole way through and be excited, but sometimes you're gonna get grogged down. So,
Hmm.
but I want to be truthful to how it's making me feel through one listen. So that's kind
Yeah,
of
the
my
tough
dis
thing
it's my little
with
disclaimer. And
the tough thing with Metallica is because most of their like the, the vast majority of their songs are over 5 minutes long. They if they hit, and the the sometimes 8 minute song can go by in a flash. But if it drags and you're not feeling it, it can feel like an eternity.
yeah, and just this song was just like mid-tempo pocket,
Yeah,
like meh. It was just kind
it
of
was a
meh.
nice intro, but
Yeah,
I
the intro was
mean,
the highlight for sure. That was fun.
yeah,
But yeah, kind of, but then yeah, then you're like, "Oh my God, I still have like 3 more minutes left." So it is kind of like
hmm
that. And there are misses on, I don't know, I was listening to Hardwired today, before
hmm
listening to this album, and it was like, yeah, songs like Here Comes Revenge, or sometimes it's like,
I
okay.
actually quite
Not that
enjoy
it's
that song. The
yeah,
big
it's
example for me that one of a song that drags is "Man Unkind."
yeah, man,
To
I
me,
kind
that's the song that
so
drags the most.
so there's just gonna be something like, so I don't know. We'll see.
And it all varies from person to person too,
Yeah.
as you can see right there. We just
All of
yeah,
Hardwired, all their iffy tracks were on the back half. So we'll see if
yeah.
they're more spread out on this one, or I don't know. But Sleepwalk My Life
Yeah, that
Away,
was the unfortunate thing about the sequence. Like the deeper cuts that kind of hit like Dream No More or Halo on Fire were in the front half,
yeah. The
where
Confusion and Spit Out the Bone were the only like truly good tracks off the second half,
mhm.
in my opinion. Anyways,
I
so
mean, yeah,
Sleepwalk My Life Away, okay. I'm not gonna, I don't know.
yeah.
We'll see. You
I'm
Must Burn,
interested to see how this song goes with the
yeah,
title like called "You Must Burn" with an
yeah,
exclamation point too. They got to
yeah.
dot the exclamation point.
Well, here's what I'll say, and just like kind of going back to Hardwired a little bit. it just interests me when like we have songs like Sleep Off My Life Way, where it's just like it kind of is dragging, but then it's like we have songs like 72 Seasons where it's like, okay, we know how to thrash better. Lux Æterna is even decently thrashy,
Hmm.
versus like where you go to Hardwire and you're like songs like Hardwired, Spit Out the Bone, you're like, okay, you guys are like thrashing, but why
Hmm.
are we holding back on doing it more often? But I don't know. This is who this is Metallica now. So
Yep.
that's just
I
what I
mean,
have to
it's
say.
not like they can't do like mid-tempo stuff. Dream No More was a great song. It kind of
That
had a
was a
bit more of
slow
an
tempo song, in my opinion.
yeah, and
That's
that
a
had
slow.
some that was a really chuggy song, and that was great.
I liked that song.
Um, yeah,
Yeah. But anyways,
but you
yeah,
think about yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Here we go. You
Just
Must
gotta move
Burn.
on. You gotta move on.
Yeah,
Let's go. Let's burn. 7 minutes. Here we go.
I saw this music or this song got a music video. I think after the album released.
Oh yeah, it's like that animated
I think
one,
it was
right?
yeah, I think it's this song or
Yeah, I don't
Room of
remember.
Mirrors. One of the two of
Oh, I
them.
think it
I
was Room
think
of
both of them
Mirrors
got
got
it.
one, or maybe both.
I think they both got one. Surprised by the amount of them.
Okay, we're like committing to the chug, and I respect that.
Yeah.
I like a good chug. Honestly, I
Yes,
like
I do.
chug. I like slow more than mid tempo. I think.
Committing to it.
This can't be this the whole time. It's gotta change. But it's starting out fine. Yeah. Just off already so far, I feel like this is a song I could grow into. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like this is one I could grow into with listens, where Sleepwalk, I was kind of like, okay, I don't know about
I'm
that.
kind of interested to see what they mean by. 'Cause I think they mentioned the Salem witch trials there at the end
Yeah.
of the chorus. I'm interested to see this rest of the lyrics here. I find it funny how they put an exclamation point there, but
I know, and he
it's
didn't
not really.
yeah,
It's not like a
emphasized.
yeah.
Here we go. Come on, speed it up. I know you can do it. Stop teasing us so hard, Jesus Christ. They do us like that, man. They tease the speed up so hard. What the fuck is that?
Just the smile being wiped from your face, dude.
But this is kind of hard. Just
Yeah,
like I was
no.
really expecting
I'm
to
like-
speed up.
Yeah. I'm not gonna complain though. It's like this is pretty nice groove.
Yeah, this is a good riff.
echoey tones
Yeah.
for that.
Solo. You hear that bass though? The,
Yeah.
you can hear it go, that walk down.
I think that was more like a lead.
Yeah,
Now I
that
think the
wasn't
solos are
solo.
now. Still going. Back into the lead. Or was he going to build up this final?
Yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen.
Please.
Meh.
I think I'm with you. With this is a song that I
It
think can grow on me.
yeah, like here's my thing. Chonk was good, but then you chonk for
Yep.
7 minutes and then you're like, dude, stop chonking. Like
Well, also I think it dragged on a little bit in the middle section. I liked the harmony. The lead was really it kind of had
yeah.
a nice. I liked that harmony and that lead there. And you mentioned the bass was involved in that too. That made
Oh
it
yeah, there
better.
was that little slide down. It was like
Yeah,
bow or something like that. I don't know. But it was
yeah.
sick.
But to me, I think they had the solo go on for a phrase or too long. There was a feeling where I could feel the solo was going to end, but it just kept on going. And I was like, yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I think it's overstayed its welcome.
I something I'm gonna say. Well, I'll talk about the song first. Yeah, I think just it's just an example of where Metallica just goes too long. And I
Yeah,
feel like literally is some of like I would say out of their entire like later discography, that is their number one issue. It's just going too long. Like good songs, like Saint Anger suffered from it the worst. I mean, like good
a
songs,
couple of
but it
those
was like
"Shoot Me Again" is the worst.
fuck, just end,
Some Kind of
end.
Monster really suffered from that.
So
Invisible Kid.
there's just a lot of songs
Woo!
like where they just like it's like if you ended it sooner and you kept it tighter, it would be like a much better song. And I feel like this song, if it was
Mhm.
4 minutes long, 5 minutes long, even like that would have been so much better.
Honestly,
And
if you just remove that like extra phrase in the solo and I like the idea of it leading of the solo coming out of the lead and then going right back into the lead. I actually thought that
yeah,
was a really
yeah, it's
nice
cool.
touch, but I think it's like Metallica will have like a phrase and they'll like do a certain idea, like two phrases,
Yeah,
and then move on to another one, or they'll do it a phrase and then add another part of the instrumentation for another phrase,
yeah,
which in concept could work. But if you have something that like this kind of drags, it doesn't really work. And
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like they kind of switched up. So I think if they shortened up the middle section a little bit while still keeping the core ideas, I think it would have been a much better song.
Yeah. And I will say it like it's a widely known fact, right? Like there's the Kirk
Hmm.
slander's been kind of a new thing, but I mean the Lars slander's been around for God knows how long. 40 years, all of Metallica's existence.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so like a song like this one not as hard because it was very like stick to it. Like the riff was
Hmm.
slow, the drums were slow, but like Sleepwalk My Life Away, I felt like he was the reason the song dragged. Like there are times when I feel like if he was different, I don't know. I could go on
Yeah.
another tangent about it, but who knows if it'll come back again. But just, Lars being Lars. We'll see. But yeah. Anything else to say about this song in particular?
Um, this song is the first time I've really, well, this and kind of Screaming Suicide. I think these are the two songs right now where the lyrics have kind of intrigued me.
Oh.
Because usually when I listen to something, I usually focus on the instrumentation. I don't know. I think you can kind of relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
I read the lyrics, and sometimes they kind of stand out to me. And these two kind of did. I don't know. There's something about the right in the end of the chorus kind of sticking out to
Yeah.
me and kind of making me intrigued here on what this connotation is and what that reference is kind of
Yeah, what it's talking
entailing
about.
into the context of the song.
Yeah.
And of course, I think Screaming Suicide is a little bit more, you can kind of pick
Direct.
a, yeah, it's a little bit more direct. You can kind of figure it out on a listen. Um, but this, I can't quite pick and quite can't quite get to the bottom of what the idea of it is just yet. So
Yeah.
that might be something I might want to look into after we're done.
Yeah. Totally. But yeah, like I
It's
said,
really the first time it's kind of stuck out to me in a way.
yeah. Um, my big thought is when I realized Lux Æterna was halfway through, I was like, yes. I mean, ideally at 7, but just like a song, like especially kind of
Yeah.
felt kind of groggy after these past two. Like we know it.
Hmm.
I don't know. That's like for me, I love hearing a song that's like in the middle of the album, so it lets me refresh. Um,
Hmm.
just especially if like you're like feeling kind of down, like I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
this is a very weird placement. I mean, I know Metallica's got like that whole, like they had the ballad at the 4 spot, but the Halo on Fire kind of was that, but they put it at
it was
the
at
end of
6.
the front half because that's kind of what they did when they first started that trend with Fade to Black and Sanitarium and
Yeah.
One, but
But those were
um,
8 song
but those were
albums.
like 8 song albums, so it technically was the end of the front side. So that's
Yeah.
why
8, 9.
I'm in, and that's why it makes this placement super interesting. They
Yeah, I don't know why this isn't like
put the
start of
shortest
side 2.
song
Yeah.
at the end of the front half.
I don't
I
know.
don't necessarily get it, or why it's not the opener.
Yeah. I
I
don't
can
know.
understand why it may not be the opener, but I'm interested to see now. I'm interested to see what Crown of the Barbed Wire has to see if it deserves that like opening of the second half because I feel like Lux Æterna would be great there.
Yeah.
But who
We'll
knows? Maybe
see.
they saw something in that song that you know
Hey, they
pushed them to put it at 7.
did it for a reason. Let's just yeah, let's truck on through it. We can talk through Lux Æterna, but let's get it moving.
Yep.
Ah, Lux Æterna, I'm honestly a big fan of. Like I'll listen to it and I'm
No,
like,
this
yeah.
is a good song. It didn't overstay its welcome.
Sorry, there was like Alexa went off in my room. I was very confused. I must have said something that sounded maybe I don't know, a Turner or something. That was very
Oh,
that was
Lux
weird.
Æterna. Maybe
I don't
maybe
know.
it kind of
Yeah, that was really weird.
tricked into being Alexa.
I don't know.
Oh, Alexa, Lux Æterna. Yeah, I can get it. I can see why they mistake it. I'm a fan of it though. I know that when this song was kind of around, a lot of people were comparing it to Hit the Lights. I mean, okay, but I mean, hey, I don't mind. It's a good song.
Yeah.
I was surprised though to see how short it was, and and this being the lead single, I was really interested to see what the other singles and how long the rest of the songs were. Turns out, I'm kind of, I don't know how to feel about it yet because of recent Metallica having the issue of their songs being long, but I would much rather their songs be like continue like to be on the longer side than get shorter. Just
Really?
for
I
well,
I
get like shorter, like 3.5 minutes short. Like I totally understand wanting them to be like under 6 minutes.
Yeah.
But like I would not have been a big supporter of them pretty much shortening all of their songs to under 5 minutes. Because that's just
I don't
not
know.
their identity.
I get that, but I don't know. I might have taken it. I don't know. If they had, like, in my opinion, the best length, like, the classic albums, like, the songs were so good that the length didn't matter. But the ideal length was, like, the Black Album. I mean, your songs like Through the Never and Don't Tread on Me were, like, 4.5, 5 minutes.
Yeah, that
right?
would be fine.
And then you had your couple of longer songs like Wherever I May Roam, and like those were like the 5.5, 6. But they did not have like a crazy long like. And then you had your like Holier Than Thou, your Struggle Within. You know, I don't know. I liked the lengths on that album. Makes it easy to listen to. No shit.
Oh, maybe that's. But yeah, no, I think you're right with that like length. I don't want to see him have every song under 4 minutes. That's
No.
not them.
But to me, this song like it stays perfect. It never overstays its welcome. It does what. So I don't know. I feel like I'd rather have a song. I don't know that at least stays within itself and doesn't try to stretch itself out.
Yeah.
I don't know. So that's kind of.
Well, I think it's also just some of these songs could go from 7 minutes down to 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what it is.
Using phrasing.
Yeah.
And
being like
repetition for it.
Well, like the fucking minute-and-a-half intro every single song. Like, you know, this song, like, you know, I don't know.
You know what I find it's funny is that we complain about the longer songs here on Hardwired Death Magnetic 72 seasons, yet there was not a single song on And Justice for All that was under 5 minutes, only one song I think under 6.
Which I think is no, it's
Which
not
is Dyer's
Blackened.
Eve.
Oh, it's Dyer's Eve. Oh, okay. Harvester of Sorrow was pretty close though.
Oh,
no,
I
not.
think that might be under 6 minutes.
I think Harvester of Sorrow is in the 4-minute range. I don't want to take a break.
I think it's like a 5:45, 5:30, kind of in that middle to high range.
5:45.
Wow, did I just hit that?
Yeah. Yep.
On the nose.
Yeah, 5:45. Then yeah, everything else is. And Dyer's Eve is 5:13, so it's still over 5 minutes.
Yep.
So, yeah,
Not
no.
a single song on Justice
But
under 5 minutes.
yeah, I mean 9 minutes an hour and 9 songs an hour and 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But again, you say songs are that fucking good, so they don't like you know. I don't know. We could go. I don't want to be that kind of reviewer. I don't want to do that right now. We were talking about length, and that's fine. But yeah, I don't want to get into like song quality of the 80s, 90s albums because it's not the same. Don't compare it. To say you want the first 5 albums is like it's like asking for Cliff to come back from the dead. Like it's gone. It's in the past. Like you can't.
Yeah.
They're not going to do it again. Anyways,
it's just not going to happen. So,
Too Far Gone is 4.5 minutes. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, they definitely looked at they're all under 7 minutes except for Inamorta on the last side. So that's interesting.
Inamorta, you see that?
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk. Okay. I have a couple things that I want to say before we get into that song after Room of Mirrors, but
yeah. So here we go.
I'm really interested to see what they do here with positioning and sequencing because you know, who knows? Maybe this song is a great song, but maybe it doesn't. Maybe the sequencing. Maybe I'm not a fan of. Maybe that could be it.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe the entire second half is just banger after banger after banger after banger after banger. So who knows? Let's see. Here we go. Sorry, I can't get to there. Okay, I feel some drive. I feel some drive. I just want drive, man.
This is interesting. Little Tom action.
That's the word of the day. That's what I want. It doesn't mean it has to. It's not always about tempo. It's just about drive. It just needs to move. And like this is like, it's not a fast tempo, but it's moving. You feel the groove.
Yeah.
You're going with it. However, we're probably gonna have like a minute and a half intro. Oh, not minute and a half.
Oh, Lars.
Yep.
It's pacing, dude. Can't get more basic than this.
Classic Lars.
Really slowing it down right now.
I love the riff. That's nice.
Yeah.
Larsing it up. This is my favorite riff so far of the song.
Yeah, this riff is kick-ass.
I liked the chorus.
Yeah. This riff is killer.
That's an alright riff.
It's good. It fits for a riff. If you involve the toms more, I think I would be really much more into this.
See, and all I see is the chorus again and the lyrics, and I'm like, alright, here comes 2.5 minutes of instrumental.
Yep.
That will not move anywhere. Oh, I'm gonna start getting end so far on this album, I swear to God.
Oh my goodness. Don't remind me. I was trying to be just even a little optimistic in it.
Ay, ay,
I just
ay.
could not drown out.
Ay, ay, ay.
You were like down in the dumps. In the
Dude,
back.
I was fucking...
You were down in the dumps there.
But justified. Justified.
To be fair.
One, two, one.
Boom, ka, boom, ka, boom, ka, boom, ka.
Wow, double bass. Wow.
Wow, a little bit, even just like a little interesting fill.
Kirk, shred it? Question.
So much to cut off before this here. Cut into this a little bit easier because that was fun.
That was one of Kirk's better solos on the album.
Yeah, I agree.
Getting chuggy.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say. Not the worst. Not the worst one.
No.
Not better than Lux Æterna. Lux Æterna should
No.
start. That would have been a dope start.
Yeah.
Um,
I also need to, in terms of sequencing, I also need to listen to this album without like us stopping in between each song to kind of really
true.
get that transition and kind of
Well, I
see that
mean,
as
we'll
well,
see
because
it
that
too.
could be,
Yeah. Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, yeah, that'll be.
Doubtfully
Um,
didn't change my opinion too much, but you know,
um,
that would have been a really good song if the like this was really the first time I really felt a song have like some drive and that just get absolutely killed once an opening riff came in. Like it just the
died.
basic it is all the drive and all the promise the song really had. It really died when I don't know, it was just boom, ka, boom, ka. It's like, dude, are you playing just stadium rock or are you playing metal?
That's the question everyone's asking, isn't it?
Come on. Like you
Um,
cannot get more basic than that. And it's like,
yeah.
oh,
I
it
have to.
slowed down the song so much. And it's a really big shame because the riffs on that song were great. I
They're
actually
good
like the
riffs.
cadence of the vocals too. Like
Yeah.
the rest of the song was actually not too bad.
Yeah.
And I honestly appreciated the little Tom fill. Like,
Yeah. The
you know,
Tom
we
stuff
talk,
was. Yeah, it had good drive.
and you know, it also kind of started to hit me like, oh yeah, no, he really does love hitting the snare a lot.
Yeah.
Like most of his fills is just hitting the snare at different
Dugga.
rhythms, like
Yeah.
but it's like
Or
it's
he'll hit
all
like
just snare
the
stuff.
highest rack tom. Doom,
Yeah.
doom, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, yes. It's like it's so you have toms use them and it kind of it's showing me the importance of the tom.
Yeah. So
Uh
here's where I'll sit on a couple things. First, so you wonder, it's like, why do they still make music like this? This is like my small little
mhm,
tangent. You go, ah, this is just who they are now, but it's like you have to like I think to this to myself. They still play same like thrash classics that they've made. They play them all the time. They play them all the time.
mhm.
They still can play them. So why are they not writing music at that like that's all the songs they play for people. And maybe they're just like, fuck it, we're never gonna make the same music again because that's all people want to listen to anyway, so we're just gonna do whatever the hell we want. And maybe that's it. But to me, it's like I know Lars can still. I mean, he sounded some of his best on these recent tours. It seems like he's really gotten locked in.
Yeah, he didn't
Eh,
look sound too bad at the concert we went to see.
yeah, yeah, but it's like I feel like why are they not doing more like that? Like I don't know. It's like you had a song like 70. I don't know. I don't know.
This was really the first time that I had really ripped on him.
Yeah,
Like and really felt like his drumming like was the reason why the song was kind of
yeah,
like everyone can complain like, oh, Saint Anger, blah blah blah, but like I can I can kind of look past the snare there. Like that doesn't like ruin the album for me like it does for a lot of people.
hmm
It's
yeah.
more
No, I
just
agree.
if the song isn't great, it's not necessarily his fault.
But
This was really the first time that I was like kind of really like sitting there like, oh, Lars, dude, come on.
yeah, and you have to,
Um,
he's a
I
big.
try not to jump on the Lars hate train a lot.
I know, me
I
too.
try and I try,
And like
but sometimes you just it is hard.
yeah. So it's just yeah. I don't know, and I think about Death Magnetic, right? Death Magnetic is
Hmm.
15 years old this year. 15,
Oh my God, yeah, you're right.
15 years old. Since they made those songs. Like 15
Yeah,
years ago, we were like
we were
five
living
and younger.
laughable. Yeah,
Like that was a long ass
I
time
was
ago.
6.
So yeah, that's right. Okay, you're right. But so the point being that it's like you also can't even compare really to Death Magnetic, and it's like 7 years ago was Hardwired, so it's like they're older now
Yeah, I
too.
wasn't. I was just getting into high school when Hardwired came out.
So it just like I don't know. You want to compare and you want to wonder why they've changed, but I don't know. This is just like another
I
useless.
think that I think
This is
like that
another
whole like
useless
time
tangent.
difference honestly really strikes more apparent with people like at our age because you
Yeah,
know
we've grown up.
we haven't been here.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah,
it's like it and you think like, oh man, I wasn't even like in like I was like maybe in first grade when Death and Magnetic came out.
yeah.
Or you know,
hmm Okay, This is
Yeah,
this is
we got to
this is
keep
a
moving. We got
this
to
is a
keep moving. We still
tangent
got
that of
five
just
songs
tangents.
left.
This is a tangent of tangents.
Oh,
Point I was just trying to make is it's weird that they still play all their thrash stuff and still choose to do this. And I think they know
maybe they're
that's
trying
what
to
people.
add stuff to the repertoire that's a bit slower for their live shows, but I don't know if you would make a whole album that way.
So if we could, yeah. So
We could talk about this for hours.
Chasing Light. Here we go.
There's no light.
Wow.
Ooh, a vocal start.
Here we go. 3, 4. Wah pedal!
Wah pedal.
Okay. Good riff. Drive in the riff. Now will the drive stay everywhere? One tom! Yeah! But at least we have some drive in the drums. Isn't
Yeah.
that so funny? It's what we just talked about. Like just
Yeah.
2 drums. But yeah, like even this is still a simple as fuck drum beat. But it has some movement. And then you can like if he just does this, then the rest of the band will make it sound good. Oh, well,
Yeah.
psych. It's a very verse riff, verse beat. I still have higher hopes. Yeah. Because even if he just keeps it here, right? The chugging of the riff keeps it moving. Keeps it moving.
Yep.
Wow. That was
Whoa.
high.
Get high there.
Damn. This would be a fun one
imagine.
live.
Yeah.
It would be a fun
Yeah,
call and
I-
response, you know?
Yeah. Because that kind of built it that way, so he didn't have to strain out his voice like that. And that's the whole reason why I didn't play Fixer until 2021.
Yeah.
Because it was hard to sing for him.
Yeah. Yeah, more wah. Oh, for the James ad lib.
Ooh.
But see, like, Lars, he's keeping it interesting. He's doing other things, you know? It's
Yeah. Alright, I take it.
didn't overstay its welcome. That was fine because it was there and it had its purpose, and then it left, right? Like
Yep.
that's good songwriting. Holy shit, dude! You think after 40 years, man. He's shredding!
And it sounded like it was supposed to.
All
Good
right.
middle section. Good middle section.
All right.
Hardest part for them. So far. It looks like.
This is a cool riff. Man, that. You're telling me that four guys who are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame all of a sudden know how to write a song? That's crazy.
Unbelievable.
Like, I just don't get it.
That
Like,
might be that may
just
be the best middle section they've had in the entire album so far.
awesome, dude. It just blows my
That
mind.
may
Like,
just be recency bias. That could be recency bias, but
it's like
it's definitely been better than the last like 3 new songs that we've
it
heard.
it doesn't
It's
make
just
sense to
magic.
me. Like all of it, like why did they know how to write a song on that one and then like shit the bed on like three of the others? Like I just don't get it. Like that song, like in the grand scheme of Metallica, is still like average above average. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But like it sounds so good right now.
And I
I,
think that course will be great for a call and response, as you mentioned.
yeah,
That'll be great in a live setting. I
yeah,
think that might be like one of these. I don't know how like
yeah.
these kind of received, but it could be one of those deeper cuts that gets quite a bit of live performances.
But the point you made is their middle section, right? When they had like the kind of slowed down with the like another
Mm-hmm.
verse, it was perfect. It was there, and it's like, ooh, you slow it down, but then you take it back in. Like it
Yeah.
didn't like go on for like they didn't like repeat the riff like three times before singing, and then repeat the riff two more times, and then like that's what like
Yeah.
all of the other ones should sound like. Oh,
Yeah,
so
and well, I mean, also what helped it in this situation was that the solo felt it kind of stays. It didn't overstay its welcome. It didn't go on for too long. It kind of ended when it kind of felt like it, was going
well,
to end.
and there's
Because
an
there,
element. It
because I
sounded
think it
better.
was
It's a better song.
Sleepwalk My Life Away, where the solo it felt like it was going to end, and it kind of felt like it was the right length, but then it went on for like another phrase or two.
Yeah,
Where now on Chasing Light, it felt like it was there and
yeah.
Hammett shredded. It
Well,
wasn't like ear piercing. It wasn't annoying. It was good shredding, and it stayed its welcome, and it came in, came out.
yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. That was an all right song. It was an all right song. Oh, Darkness Had a
You're not gonna
Son.
give him the good song yet.
No, it was a good song. It was a good song.
Yeah,
It
that
was a
was a
good
good song.
song. I guess that's what the problem is that we feel like this the core of songwriting itself is thrown out of the window at a couple of these, and that's where it falls apart. 'Cause it's like you got some decent riffs and you got some like good parts, but like you
Hmm.
fail to make it an enjoyable song, and that's something like small tangent. Like when I'm writing music, even not that anyone hears any of it, but whenever I think like I always try to tell myself like, okay, maybe it's not like the most technical or the best like, but it sounds good and it's fun to listen to, and that's what matters. Like Polyphia, who cares how good you are, Tim Henson? Your music isn't fun to listen to. All right. Anyways,
Oh, dang, get like a shot at Polyphia right there.
I don't know. I've not like anything I've
You
heard from them.
boomer.
I'm just kind of like,
You
eh.
boomer.
I guess I'm a boomer.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Anyways, we've
Well,
already talked.
I say that because Tim Henson's like the trendy new guitarist.
He's the trendy new guitarist, man. He's the guy. He's the guy.
But anyways,
There you
this is
go.
the single that I've heard the most flack for. This is the song that kind of
Give me
shit the
Matt
bed the
Heafy.
most.
Oh, that
Give
was
me
way
Matt
too loud.
Heafy.
I don't know if you. Yeah, that was maybe a little too loud. Anyways,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I'm interested to see
Last
if it
single,
is
yeah,
as bad as some people say it is.
yeah. Let's
Because
hope
this
it's
one
not.
caused a lot of issues. A lot of people were up in arms about this one. Uh,
But
if darkness had a
also,
sun.
yeah, we'll see. Here we go. Oh, oh, this is the one they did on TikTok where they like stitch each other. They like teased it on TikTok. Lars drumming to the max.
Honestly, the TikTok effect on the drum actually works here. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of digging it.
Yeah, we're probably gonna go back to the new Metallica formula. We've already been doing this for like 45 seconds. Ah.
The rhythm of the riff does not change. I like this tail end.
Yeah.
Well, I'd enjoy this like Chuck riff if it wasn't like the only thing coming up at the beginning.
Yeah. That's the
I
other
feel
thing,
like
yeah.
That was a big hit. Oh, a little layering.
Okay. No. I'll take, yeah.
Okay.
Not like this. Just don't fuck up.
See, this riff sounds better now that we didn't hear all that.
Yeah, 100%. If you just had a big hit, this
Yeah.
riff, yeah.
It
That's
hits
like-
now. Like,
Yeah, now you're like, like you're getting into the groove. But yeah, that's the fail of their openers now. Like they don't start their songs that well.
yeah. I like the layering on this voice, on this Temptation here.
I'll say this: if they started the song like full of snare hits and then went right straight into that, that would have been good. That would have sounded good.
Or have the Temptation lead into the main riff for like a phrase.
Well, okay, I'll say after
Maybe.
this.
We'll talk about that after.
Yeah. Wah pedal. If they have a solid middle section, that could redeem this song for sure.
Very much so. Because the riffs and the chorus have been pretty good.
Banger riff.
I like this riff. I'm really more concerned about the solo because I've heard that got ripped on a lot.
Okay. It's just a wah solo, that's why.
That was weird phrasing.
Yeah, and this is a drawn out solo.
Yep, this one's overstayed its welcome. We're still going. This isn't bad.
No, I like this part.
We'll watch the transition.
Interesting. "50 seconds." There's like that little lead underneath, yeah.
Little echo, yeah.
I like this field change.
Yep. Is this gonna be a fade out? Oh, no, it doesn't feel like it, no. It's getting a little concerned there.
Just the Metallica take too long to end it. Oh, there goes the bass. Always love bass cutting through the mix. All right, we all have a couple things to say. The first, just
This was a very interesting song.
the most important thing I have to say is if you're coming off Lux Æterna, this song is garbage. Not garbage.
Well,
but,
this was the third single, so this was
Oh,
after
this is.
Lux Æterna and Screaming Suicide.
Oh,
Screaming Suicide had
okay.
already come out after this.
But I can see, like, out of those three, this might be the weakest. I'm not sure. Screaming
Mhm.
Suicide was a long ass time ago. But so I can see why there was
Mhm.
extra frustration there. But in the context of the album, this is not one of their worst.
This is fine.
It's fine.
It's got its pros. This is, to me, is the most polarizing song on the album so far, where it felt like the song was either kind of consistently good or kind of consistently bad. This song had really good moments. I love that main riff. I'm going to be honest. Great chug, and then it's
Banger.
got that really cool tail that it gets a little higher on the guitar
Yeah.
neck. I thought I really was digging that riff. The verses were fine, the chorus was good. That middle section, we talked about this already. That solo dragged on for so
That was
long. I can see what the problem was now. I don't know if it was mainly a technicality problem, but man, it just dragged and dragged. It didn't seem like it was going to end.
If I could fix one thing about the song, though, I'd fix the intro.
I agree.
Like, what I was trying to say during the song is it was like, we spent a long time just like, jug it up, jug it up, jug it up, right?
Check it out. Yeah.
But then he had the whole like Temptation lead in. Ah, damn it. So, but that we did that after chugging, and that was with the chug.
Mm-hmm.
So if we just started the song like with the snare like that, jug it up, jug it up, jug it up, right? The two snare, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guitar, and then like you go right into Temptation, right? You shrink that like minute down to like 10 seconds. Huge. And then that main
Well,
riff
it's like you
kicks
can have
in.
like the whole like drum like intro a little bit. You can have it drum a little bit. You can have the guitar join in for like a phrase, and then you can just kick right in, or
Yeah.
you can either go with like temptation as like a lead in and like an intro to the song, and then kick into the main riff for a phrase, and
Yeah.
then go back into the
But
aforementioned
the
temptation leading to the verse.
point you made is that the main riff felt lame because just of the way it was led into.
At the very beginning, it did. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
that's a good tail, but I don't know. It doesn't
Then
sound great right now
after the
because,
chorus, you were like,
yeah, after we didn't hear for a minute straight before the main riff came in, it hit. It's great. Um, it's just this had some of my honestly, this is one of my favorite riffs on the album, but also, God, that solo was long, overstayed its welcome. Had a couple moments where I'm like, it doesn't feel great. There was a little pacing, like it almost felt like there was like a tear in there,
yeah,
like musically. Like it felt like the solo was like off tempo compared to what the rest of the band was doing. And then there was like the whole like fall off that he's doing sometimes where like it kind of like almost just doesn't sound good. It's like
yeah.
he
I
did
don't
that on
know.
Lux Æterna, but like
Yeah.
it's just I can see where the complaints were, but also from what I've heard, I saw a lot of people say that the song like just absolutely sucked. I don't know if it absolutely sucked. Um, I thought it was fine, but there's a couple point parts in here that's really going to knock it down a couple pegs for me.
Yeah. Agreed.
I don't know. Do you have
I'm
anything
ready.
else to say?
Nope. I'm ready for this last quarter. I know we have a Rob singing song, and that is what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the
We have
final
what?
track, and Rob is singing.
Oh, Rob sings right.
Yeah.
No.
So, and I'm looking forward to Inamorta. So, let's get these last three out. Let's do it. Too Far Gone is like less than 5 minutes, so I'm actually really excited for this song. Here we go. Okay. I can't wait for the 1-2 drum beat. Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. It's all about the bass drum being for 1-2, so that's fine. We got a little extra. Yeah, and then you go ba-da-da crap. Yeah, that's good shit. It's a good drum beat.
Do I dare say it? That kind of sounded just a little stock.
Oh no, it's stock. It's all stock, but it still sounds
I have
fine.
a funny joke after this. Funny joke.
Ooh, da-ga-da, da-ga-da, da-ga-da.
Little Leper Messiah there.
I like that ending of that.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good. I like that.
It's a good riff.
Yeah. Ooh, thumbs up for Kirk Hammett. Let's go. I like that double double. That's tight. That's tight. Ooh. I like this part. Oh, this part is tight.
Oh.
Yeah. Ooh, a little harmony.
Ooh, yeah. I was like, this is a
It's like very old
this-
school.
It is making this riff. for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. Ooh, I like this.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. This is a good bridge.
I like it. Okay. Stock Kirk solo, but stayed where it needed to be, so that's okay.
Yep. Didn't do too much. You got all the 16th notes out of the previous solo.
Yeah.
Nice lead.
Ooh. Good shit. Oh.
Oh!
Little chugger. That came out of nowhere.
That did.
This song had me smiling, had me grooving, had me enjoying. Banger. 72
Good
seasons.
song.
Besides 72 seasons, best one. 72 seasons was a long time ago, and so I kind of like half forget
Yeah.
it. That one I know was good, but that banger.
That was good.
I'm telling you though, I know you said not everything under 5 minutes, but that was like a perfect song length. And you
No,
can't tell me
I
that's
agree.
not. That
I
was like
agree. That did
everything
not overstay its
stayed.
welcome. Yeah.
Everything was beautiful. You had a good sized bridge. Kirk's solo was good. I mean, like I said, it was a stock Kirk solo. I mean, it was nothing new or flashy, but he kept it where it needed to be, and he did his thing. So
Yeah,
I
he
don't know.
did.
So
The joke I was gonna make when I was like, the main riff felt a little stock.
mhm.
Immediately when I thought of that, I'm like, oh my gosh! I went right back to Saint Anger, some kind of monster. When right before, you know where I'm going with this.
Okay.
It's like Lars is like, I just think it's fucking stock. Like
As he
just like
proceeds,
complaining that the riffs are stock,
as
and
he
like.
proceeds, as he proceeds to do the horrible drum piece.
And the one time he hits it right, he's like, fuck. It's one of the best moments. Like, that's also the argument where, that is the argument that almost destroyed Metallica, too.
Yeah,
Because that's when James first just walked out, slammed the door, and then Kirk's just like,
yeah,
guys, why don't we just go in and hammer it out instead of hammering on
yeah.
each other? Just.
Love Kirk.
God, one of the best like band conflict scenes I've ever seen in my entire life.
Some kind of
Is
monster. Great documentary.
we still need to finish it. We watched like the front half in like 2 hours. We still have
It
like
was
an
good
hour
stuff.
and a half to go.
But for real, on the song, like super fun song. Super fun song.
Yeah.
Great chorus, good drive, fun riffs. That little at the end, a little cute.
Yeah.
Dude, that had me. That was good.
Like they switched it up a little bit. It had something new at the end there.
Yeah.
Like and it was something new that didn't feel like they just kind of threw it at the end because they couldn't find anywhere else to throw it in, right?
That was
Because I
really
felt like
good.
there's a couple riffs in there throughout this album so far. I forget. I can't really remember exactly what songs, but there were a couple riffs that kind of like the added that were like, oh,
Yeah.
this is kind of nice, but like you're
Why is it
throwing it in the
here?
last like
Why
30
is it here?
seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
No,
don't
that
need to
song
add
was
this.
very cohesive. The whole thing felt really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it. Love it, love it, love it. I will definitely be
Mhm.
listening to that one a lot.
Yeah.
Room of Mirrors. This should be the Rob song, I think. I don't know.
5.5 minutes, so I'm interested with this one.
Yeah, it's
It's not
another
like
like good length. It could be
yeah,
enough. Yeah,
this to me feels like a good length.
yeah. Here we go. Let's see it. Oh, I like those harmonies are nice.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm hoping we keep it like here. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh! Yes!
Oh! I have a tail here too.
This sounds like, sorry, he sounds a lot like Spit Out the Bone, like vocal delivery.
Oh yeah, I get that.
It sounds like that song.
I get that. Yeah, I can see it. Halftime here. Tom's in the chorus.
Wow. They can write a song. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
They have 2 hits in a row.
But like those cymbal chokes at the end of the chorus were so tight.
Shows that he can be good. Suicide reference.
Oh, that was cool in the vocal. Is that... Okay. I know. But you know that's going again. You know they're looping it again.
Yep.
Yep.
There you go. I was like, gotta end it on this phrase. Or,
No, but
It's like
that
a
would
different thing,
it's
yeah.
it's a different thing. New ramp,
Yeah.
new start.
yep. Kind of more of a lead than solo.
Yeah, this feels it's a lead. It's not a solo. You know.
Yeah.
It feels like the middle of Spit Out the Bone. Honestly, it does.
Yeah.
Kind of does. Yeah.
There's the harmony.
Yeah. See, like this is, yeah. I'm saying they might be doing the Spit Out the Bone formula kind of here. Honestly, feels like it. Oh, okay. Double bass. Like what? No, it just makes me so mad that like they do this stuff and I'm like, why are you doing it now? Like, do it throughout the entire thing. Wow, good note.
Good note. Oh, nice lead.
Dude, that was a beautiful like vocal note leading that out there.
Oh, yeah. Double bass!
A little bit of a long ending. bit of a long ending, but banger, banger,
This
banger, banger,
song,
banger.
this was good. Like, okay, this is really weird how this song hit, and it kind of had some, like, I don't want to say issues, but it kind of paralleled some of the things that were wrong with some other songs. The lead,
Thrashes.
I know it thrashes. The problem with a lot of them is that the solos felt like they took too long, but like the solo kind of felt long, but there was still a lot of lead afterwards. So I wouldn't say it was like the solo didn't really feel like it's overstayed.
Yeah,
It kind of was a lead, and I don't want to say it had like a second solo, maybe like a mini second solo,
I don't know.
but when you talk about the long endings, they
Yeah,
had something interesting that comes right out of the last chorus. They have a nice harmony. They could have, tried to quit, shorten up that last riff a little bit,
it
but
was fine. It's fine.
like this song was great.
Great song.
I am so glad we have had two straight hits here.
And on a high note.
I'm going. I'm happy. I'm feeling
Yep.
energized going into the final song. That
So
is.
that's a good thing. Okay.
We'll get there.
The feeling I was having is a throwback that most people can't see, but a throwback to Omen's reaction. And I was like,
Oh yeah,
man,
no one can see
why is
that.
he doing the same shit? Like, do something different on the drums, and then denial mechanism comes on. He's like, don't let the gun
Uh,
come. And I'm like,
I was like, oh god, I laughed at you so much
I
there.
know
That
that's
was that was hilarious. And I'm like, you're like, oh, I don't know if I really. The drumming's feeling a lot of samey. Just
yeah,
absolutely goes hog wild on denial
yeah,
mechanism.
yeah.
I would love to get that reaction up.
It's up. It's just blocked.
It's blocked
Yeah, but
because
you can watch it if
copyright.
you want. Anyways,
No, I know I can.
yeah, but that was a great song. I mean, and it just goes to show like this is what bothers me so much about this album. It's like I love Metallica. That is Metallica. That is dope as hell. What is the rest of this garbage? Why is it here? If the I don't know, man.
Honestly, I'm gonna be real. We were kind of talking about it, like hoping the second half has kind of got a lot of banger. I mean, I don't think like
Crown of Barbed
Crown of the
Wire is the
Barbed
only
Wire was the
like
last one where I was like kind of like
yeah.
feeling iffy about, and
Darkness Had a
that
Sun was
like
iffy, but Chasing Light was pretty good. Too Far Gone, Room of Mirrors, great. Yeah,
I can say that they kind of saved themselves a little bit here after the slow first half.
yeah. And it's funny because say Inamorta's good, and we can talk about this
Hmm.
at the end a little bit more. But if you took out, say, Sleepwalk My Way, You Must Burn, Crowd of Barbed Wire, took those three out, you have a 9-song album of all pretty good songs.
Hmm.
Like
And
I don't know.
you're at around like 45-ish minutes.
No, no,
No,
no,
more
no,
like
no.
50.
You're taking
No,
probably
actually,
you're taking what? If you take away Crown of Barbed
you're
Wire,
taking 14 minutes for Sleepwalk and You Must Burn, so that's
so
actually
you're
still over an
about 20
hour. Yeah,
minutes. So
you're getting a little. Yeah, you're getting
55
about
minute
a 20 minute.
album.
Yeah,
You're about
that's
55.
still actually not bad. Like I think Master Puppets is like 8 songs. I think it's a little under an hour, so it's like
No, Master
that's
of Puppets.
honestly par for the course. I don't think it cracked an hour.
I'm saying I don't think it cracked 50 minutes.
54.
Uh, Look at you win. All right. Anyways, um, yeah, I don't know.
But
So
it's
we
kind of
could,
similar length to Master,
yeah,
and you got 9 songs, and
yeah.
that's good.
I, some people you go like, oh man, 115 minute or an hour and 15 minutes of new music after so long, but I'd rather have 55 minutes of good music than
Mhm.
I'm.
Well, I mean, a lot of
This
albums are getting
is
shorter, or
yeah,
they're just upping the volume in songs to extend the play.
yeah. So let's these are all closing thoughts.
Yeah,
So
let's
let's
cut
get
the
on
chit
to
chat.
longest Metallica song.
Yep, the new king.
Beat Out,
Actually, is it longer
Suicide and
than Merciful
Redemption.
Fate? Is it longer than Merciful Fate? That's a song that they have on
Yeah,
Garage
yeah,
Inc.
yeah, yeah.
It's
I don't
11
remember.
12. It's 11 minutes and 12 seconds. It's 11 minutes and 10 seconds. It's 2 seconds shorter than Merciful Fate.
Okay, but still, it's the
But
longest
that
known
song's
song.
but that song's a just a collage of them covering songs from Merciful
Yeah,
Fate.
yeah,
That's what that
yeah,
is. Like
different.
this is like
So
their long. This is by far their longest original
yeah,
song.
yeah, because Suicide and Redemption's like almost 10.
I
Fixer's
think it's
like
at the 10-minute mark.
no, it's like
Fixer's
9.
not 9 minutes.
Yeah,
To Live Is to Die and Justice for All are the two songs on Injustice that close in on 10 minutes. Um,
Suicide and Redemption's yeah, it's 9:57.
yeah.
Banger song, but
To Live
okay,
Is to Die is also right at the 10-minute mark, and so is Injustice for All. I think All
yeah,
of My Hands is about 9 minutes.
yeah. But
So I
so this
mean,
still
they've
undisputed king.
first one to like well go over 10 minutes. Like, I mean, you
Mhm.
could technically say that like Suicide
Suicide.
Intervention and To Live Is to Die is our 10-minute songs, but those are also instrumental songs. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So I
Is
mean,
this
I
going to be
like.
I don't think
Well,
this is going to be an instrumental
no,
song.
because we know Rob has some lead vocals, and that is not yet to come. So we know Rob will sing on this track.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
So we know there will be some vocals. So here we go. Right? You ready?
Inamorata. There's an extra A.
Yeah.
Inamorata. Here
Here
we
we
go.
go. I expect a long vocal intro
Yeah, yeah.
or a long intro. Let's see, if it's 11 minutes, you know it's just gonna be long,
Yeah.
so you're okay with
I
it.
wouldn't be surprised if this goes over 2 minutes.
Outlaw Tom.
Oh, that's the other song. It's like almost 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely forget about that song all the time. That's a fan favorite, but it's not mine. Much bigger Fixer fan. Yep, approaching the 1 minute mark here.
But we're in a different riff now.
Yeah.
The bass is really clear.
Yep. Didn't take a half. It didn't even get to the minute and a half mark.
Yeah. Okay, I like that end.
Yeah.
So far,
I mean,
like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
When-
honestly surprised that we're not even 3 minutes through and we're already done with the verse and a chorus.
But I mean, we had a fresh palette, coming off of those
Yeah.
two songs, so this feels a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like minding it.
That's why I'm really happy that those songs are really good.
But also, like, the drums are slow, but it fits the riff.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, this is the pocket it should be.
Yeah.
But then you have little things like that that keep it interesting. You know? Those little moments. Yeah, we're like 4 minutes. Kick it into something new. Round time!
Oh, round time! We'll base it. Right idea for the drums here. Use the cymbals here.
I like this.
Yeah. Bring it back. Reel it in.
That's tight.
Yeah. Really nice harmonies.
Yeah. I think we missed wherever Rob was singing. I don't think he's on the song. I think we missed it.
I think we may have missed it.
And not realized it. Shut up. I like this.
Yeah, this is really nice.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Good middle section. Very nice. Slow it down, bring it back. Interesting. Yeah.
See, this has not felt like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Double bass. Yes.
Yeah. Home stretch.
Yeah, soulful as fuck. And this is one of the best riffs of the song. It's a good one to close on. Yep. Yeah, you knew this was gonna have a long sustain.
That was the best one. That button was the best one.
There you have it.
72 seasons, man. It's so interesting. All I have to say is that it goes against it basically goes against everything we've said as a complaint about this album, but it was so fucking good. That song was so
I
good.
know.
That song was so good. That
That
song
was
was so
great.
good. And maybe it's the expectation, maybe it's the way we were feeling, but dude, that song was good. It felt
Yeah.
because you think of abnormally long closer, you think fixer, you think load or load, you think
Outlaw Torn.
outlaw torrent off of load, right? And it sounded just like it was very much like those two songs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it very much sounded
I
like
mean, I was getting kind of reminded of the middle section of Outlaw Torn when they brought
yeah,
it all back.
yeah. It was a fucking good song. It really
That was
was.
good.
And like I'm
No,
surprised.
well, I mean, you know what? All you need to say about it, we checked in at about the 8 minute mark, and you're
Yep.
like, has not felt like 8 minutes.
Yeah, dude. Sleepwalk My Life Away felt way longer than that song.
The problem, like, man, this album had a lot of twists and turns, and it was kind of didn't have the greatest first impression. I mean, the first couple songs are good. Then it's slow. Then when they tried to slow it down a little bit, it I got a little nervous. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got really nervous.
Yeah,
But they turned like there must have been like a light switch that turned on here at Chasing Light, and the
yeah,
majority of the rest of that album, the time spent was worth it.
yeah. And in the end, there's really only three songs that I'm like, that was like pretty much a stinker. You know, there are songs that have
I guess.
issues, but we agree. We've already said it.
I was
Crown
like,
of Barbed Wire, You Must Burn, Sleep Walking Halfway. You know,
I I looked it up here at the after you mentioned it. I went onto the Wikipedia page and it looks. Hang on, that's the wrong
were you looking at
thing.
what Rob sang on?
So it looks like the personnel, Rob Trujillo bass, backing vocals on "You Must Burn."
Mm.
So hang on, I don't know. Uh, I think it was. Oh wait, never mind.
Oh yeah, just on You Must Burn.
Yep. Mm.
Oh, it's just a backup vocal. Oh, so it's
Yeah, it's
just
the backing
okay.
vocal.
I saw the headlines and I thought he was going to be in a lead vocal role.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Psych.
Dang. I mean, hey, at least you didn't get like let down. At least like
Yeah. Good. I love the bass
thinking about that.
in Inamorta. That was dope. And that clean tone, that was
Yeah.
it was good, man. Like, yeah,
No, I was
I'm
I
kind of
was really nervous.
dumbfounded that it was good.
I
I'm
am
just
too. I
really
was getting really
surprised.
nervous going in Inamorata. Inamorata was like 11. I was like
These
11
other songs
minutes.
dragged so hard. How is this one gonna?
Oh boy. That's why I was like so happy that the Room of Mirrors and Too Far Gone were really good
Me
because I
too.
was like, okay, now my energy's up. Now I'm like mentally ready for an 11-minute song. And it's not like I'm not like already in
100%.
a bad mood.
100%.
And it did not disappoint, not at
Yeah.
all. The back half of this album, I was really impressed with. I
Yeah,
was getting really
kind of
nervous, especially
flip-flopped
after
from
with
Hardwired.
Hardwired.
Yeah, kind of flip-flopped.
But you think about it. This is like their first like real slow closer since Fixer. All Within
Yeah.
My Hands. I mean, that really wasn't a slow closer.
No, you
That's
finished with
actually I think one of
Kilverse. You finished with Kilverse. That is
kill. Well,
that
I
is
mean,
not a slow closer.
I think that might actually be their fastest song
I think by technicality, I think it would
by
be
technicality with just at some point in the song with tempo. I think that might actually be their fastest song. Then My Apocalypse is the next one,
Yeah.
and then Spit Out the Bone is uh,
Yeah.
Hardwired. And so they went out with they have a typicality of going out with a bang, especially going back
Yeah.
to the 80s and the 90s. Really, the only time they've really ended slow was Load and Reload.
And yeah, now this
And
album.
now this album.
And to me, this feels like I feel like I could put this in like a trilogy with Load and Reload, with some of the rock. Okay, take back. I didn't say
Eh,
that. I didn't say that.
I
Don't
wouldn't.
listen to me. Don't listen to me. I didn't say that. I started thinking. I started thinking about it like 2 seconds later. I was like, no, totally different. You
No,
didn't. You didn't have.
that is not.
You did not have a low man's lyric on this. You didn't have a Mama Said. Like they did not get like really experimental.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was not that. You're right. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
Don't don't.
Well, and it's interesting because I was getting really nervous at like the halfway point after Lux Æterna and then after Crown of Barbed Wire. I was like, I don't know, man. They may have lost their touch. They still got it.
Yeah, I just
I mean,
think
there's parts
they
in
just
here
need to
that are
apply.
alarming, but I think there's
They're
definitely parts in here that they can work on. But there's definitely parts in here that kind of is like they're still Metallica.
yeah.
They're
I mean,
still a great band. But there's I think that in overall duds, I don't think there's
yeah,
really like any like I think the stretch of the album that was kind of the hardest to get through was Sleepwalk My Life Way Through Crown of Barbed Wire. And frankly, I was like, Lux Æterna was a nice break from that.
yeah,
But I mean, if we hadn't heard Lux Æterna before, that would have been it would have hit even more
yeah, yeah.
because
So
it
I'm
kind of sticks out like a sore thumb and sandwiched
yeah.
in between those three songs.
So I mean, I don't know. First impressions. First impressions. I still don't think it it breaks any of the other previous albums or like in terms of like I don't think it's better than Hardwired. I think Hardwired was a better album. I mean, I know this is first
I'll
listen, but
have to take a couple listens more. I don't know if I'm comfortable enough to say that yet.
I feel I don't know.
Um,
I feel I feel very
I think it might be better.
there's let's say this. On some days, I feel that Hardwired is better than Kill 'Em All. So, uh,
Okay.
yeah. So, I don't know. I'm a huge Moth into Flame fan, huge, so I don't know.
I am a big fan of that song too.
But
But I am the Spit Out the Bone fan.
yeah, that's true. I
It
mean, I
that's
love
my
that song.
song off the
I love
album.
that song too,
That's my song off the album.
but I take Moth
Yeah.
into Flame. I don't know why, but it has it's not the popness, but it has it's like just such a good song. Like Spit Out the Bone
Yeah,
is
it's
just
got the drive.
thrash god, like thrash goodness, but Moth into Flame is like the best like written song. Anyways,
Yeah.
so and I guess when it comes down to ranking, and like you mentioned with your Metallica video, the same thing with mine. Like I want to wait a while to do it, and I don't know. I don't want to trash. I'm not going to trash on it, but I don't know if does it stay outside of the three that should not be. Who knows?
I love how you're just casually calling it that. That's
It's
something
what
we
it
kind
is,
of came up
man.
with.
It
Yep,
is.
load, reload, Saint Anger, the three that should not be.
They're there for and they were important in the band. But yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
there's good songs off of
Well,
every
it's
one of those
like,
albums,
yeah,
but it's yeah. I mean, it's
yeah.
just like a stay at the bottom three always, So that's really what I'm. That's the expectation that I'm gonna go with kind of right now is like, does it still stay above that threshold? Does it stay above that?
Because right now my tiers are the three that should not be. And then the hardware kind of sits kind of just in the middle, kind of in no man's land, kind of at like, well, at this point, not necessarily out of 11, but a 7 out of 10, kind of just in that
Uh-huh.
seven spot, like pretty comfortable.
Hmm.
And then like 6 through 4 is Death Magnetic, Kill 'Em All, and the Black Album. And those are like all super tight and close. Like
Yeah,
those are like all equal and like they're
yeah,
like right in the thick of things with each other. Like, honestly, moving one song up or down could put an album above or not,
yeah,
especially if the two songs from two of the albums are next to each other.
yeah,
And then the top three are kind of also in the league of their own, kind of also kind of close in together. So I'm interested to see if this kind of rides close with Hardwired for me
yeah.
because they kind of
I think
because Hardwire just kind of sticks out. It's like it's better than those three albums, than Load Out, Reload, and Saint Anger, but it's definitely not up to the par of the three that came next.
yeah. And what I'll say is that this album will have a very hardwired-esque kind of ranking to it. If you say you'll have like your songs that are like decently high and kind of mid-range, and then you're gonna have your couple of songs that are like bottom,
Hmm.
that are like below like load stuff,
I think, yeah, like I think Hardwired for me is probably maybe the most spread out album on
Yeah,
my ranking list
yeah,
because I've
because
basically been ranking
you have
every
like a top
song.
10 to like bottom five, right?
Yeah, I have a top five song from Hardwired, and I have
The bottom 10.
not a
That
bottom five, not a bottom five. That I think is all. I think bottom five is only Load and Reload. Right now,
but
yeah, like
yeah,
bottom like 10, 15.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it
yeah.
just stretches the entire list.
Hmm.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so enough of my Hardwired. This album, I mean, really, I don't know. I gotta give it more listens, but the end
Yeah,
ended off strong, and that's what matters. I mean,
ended off really strong.
if you count a fourth disc by far the best. If you
Yeah,
count as a four like LP, side four, bucket best, or a two vinyl
two
LP.
sided. Yeah.
Where you have say, three songs on each side. Anyways, like yeah, if I had to break it down that way, I'd probably go side four, side one, side three, side two. Lux Æterna is good, but having Sleepwalk and You Must Burn, like yeah, it just takes it.
I might agree with you there. Now that we're kind of thinking about the album as a whole now, you want to give me three standout tracks while
Yeah,
I'll
that's
think
what
of
I was
mine
gonna
too?
bridge into next.
Perfect. And give you a second to
Ah,
think here.
my frustration is 72 seasons, like is recency bias.
It's like his recency bias. Yeah,
I
I agree.
forget how the middle section went. I forget I just remember really being happily surprised with it, but I don't really
Hmm.
because like Too Far got like the last three like easily could all be numbered so I almost don't want to exclude 72 seasons due to recency bias because really the only other songs besides 72 seasons that had me really going were the last three, you know.
Yeah,
So that's where ah
I'll go first.
yeah
I'm probably gonna go with Room of Mirrors, 72 seasons. This third one's hard.
yeah
I think I might go with Inamorata.
yeah I might agree with you there, but like
I know Too
let's
Far
call it
Gone's good.
yeah, but let's call it this. I mean, those four are yeah. I mean, but
If you had to pick a
yeah,
fifth one, what would you pick?
fifth one.
Yeah. I don't know. Just curious to see what you'd pick for five.
Once again, like it's such a long album, so like I don't
Yeah.
remember, but I remember Chasing Light and maybe Screaming Suicide were both pretty good. But
Hmm.
Chasing Light though, I remember was a much. I'd probably say Chasing Light because I remember listening to it being like they wrote the song really well and it like everything fit really well. Where
Hmm.
Screaming Suicide still had maybe some of that drag. So I think I would
Yeah,
still
I
go
think
Chasing
yeah,
Light
I'm going with yeah, I go with Chasing Light. I actually kind of like Shadows Follow. It's been a while, obviously, since it was song
again.
number two.
Yep.
I
That
didn't
was
think that that was like, a bad song at
it
all,
was a
but like
little
I thought that
long.
was fine.
It was a little long,
Yeah.
but still pretty good.
I felt the groove a little bit. I
Atlas
kind of was
Risey,
getting into it.
Atlas Risey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
those are
no, like
I don't know, to me if you have and that's the thing, like we got through
mm,
like some grog and it really taints the way you feel about the album. But when you think about it, I think we have four like great tracks right off the start, right? So that's a third of the album that's like great.
do you hang on. Are you including Lux Æterna in this whole perspective? Where would Lux Æterna fit in your ideal in your head right now? Where does that song kind of fit?
Probably five, and then
Mm-hmm.
probably Chasing Light six.
Okay.
Did I say yeah, yeah, so okay. Say that. So we got
Get a good yeah.
five great songs. Chasing Light, I don't remember too well, but I could say that's good to great. It's good. It's a good song.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's like half the album of like good stuff.
Mm-hmm. And
And
we
then
didn't get even to two of the singles.
yeah. So and then yeah, Screaming Suicide was pretty good. Like Darkness Out of Sun was pretty good. Screaming or Shadows Fall was pretty good. right? So you got three in like that pretty good-ish territory.
Mm-hmm.
So then, like, you have six that are like good, great. You have three that are like okay, like,
Kind of varies between
after
person
first
to person, you
after
would think, yeah.
after first listen, you still need to listen to them more. And
Mm-hmm.
then you have like the three that are like, and you know
I mean,
what?
we said like we need to listen to the both Shadows Follow and Screaming Suda. We both were like
Yeah,
we need to kind of listen to this one again and get a better
yeah.
feel for it. But I feel like that'll get better.
And like I think about this, like from that perspective, like it's a success for me. When you're this deep
Yeah.
in your career, if you can put out like a decent number of like fun songs, like you still did all right.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
And
like,
that's what I
and
was
you
kind
talk
of
about like the scrutiny that they've kind of faced, especially in the wider metal community.
because
This is
they're
a kind of a
yeah,
kind of a win, honestly. Like I was seeing some of the discourse before this album came out. I was kind of getting a little pessimistic, especially with Screaming Suicide and If Darkness Had a Sun
yeah.
and the reception for those songs. I was getting a little nervous and getting a little pessimistic going into this, but
I definitely had
safe to
like
say that a lot of the non-singles are kind of doing pretty well.
yeah, I had zero expectation. I tried to keep like zero expectation because I was like, this album
Hmm.
could be literally trash. This album could be literally great. I have no idea, and I just have no idea what they're gonna deliver. So I try to keep my expectation like neutral. So I feel like I kind of got it every. I don't know. I'd say off the bat, I don't know, man. Pretty good.
Not a bad release, I would say.
I'm looking forward to digesting it.
Yes, I am too.
That's a good way. That's a good place to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, anything else that you really have to say? Any more closing thoughts? Because I mean, we 2 hours and 20 minutes into this like godly
Oh.
long album listen.
Yep. Good job, Metallica. It gets a thumbs up from me.
Thanks for
Um,
still putting out new music because you don't have
yeah,
to,
thanks
but you're
for
still
still
doing
putting
it.
out music. Like, I was like, okay, well, they'll probably release one in like 2024 around that time. And if they don't, they're probably done putting out music.
This
But
might be our
I will give them major applause for keeping everything under wraps before they just announced it with Lux
true
Æterna. That was really
unreal.
impressive how
No
nothing got leaked.
teaser, no teaser. Just like here you go, new album.
I really appreciate that because then it becomes
Yeah,
so much better of a reveal than having like like a teaser like 2 months away from a like a thing or like a month away or 10 days before, and it's
yeah,
like coming soon, and then you make a post like every other day. I'm like, the anticipation is like not really there anymore.
yeah,
So just dropping it out of nowhere, that hits way better than
yeah,
dropping like 5 teasers before
yeah,
actually announcing the album. I'll give them props for that. Also, a little bit of a something that I kind of noticed before even thinking about it. First Metallica album that has just the M.
yeah. No Metallica logo, which was very weird.
Second one without the Metallica logo. Saint Anger's the other one,
Well, yeah,
but Saint Anger has an alternate cover with it on it.
yep.
So I mean, I don't know.
But there's no version of this cover that has Metallica on it, which
So
was
yet,
who knows.
I don't know if they'll do it because it's just came out, but
I
too
don't know.
early to tell. But
Yeah, yeah,
it's kind of interesting.
yeah. Interesting stuff. Looking forward to seeing them on tour. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
It'll be it's a cycle, and you know what? They're Metallica. They can do whatever the hell they want.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty late, man. So it's been a pleasure. This has been great. Thank you so much for
Yeah, this was a
joining me.
great album.
Great, fun listening. Way more fun than and so far. And so far was a fucking
Oh
nightmare.
my goodness.
That will probably
Ah,
go. That might go down as worst album listened to ever. Like that was just so incredibly disappointing.
joint album listen, like
It was like
that was tough.
after like Warranty, it was just like it
It
was.
kind of really
But
started to kind of rub off on me, like
yeah,
not quite that hard.
I
I
don't know.
really do like Medicine for the Dead. That's one of
Yeah,
my
that was a
favorite
good one too.
songs.
That was a good one too. Anyways,
But I
yeah,
think it kind of took a dive after that. But
yeah. Thank
anyways,
thank you so much for joining me, and thank you guys for watching. I have no idea how this is going to be spliced up to get on YouTube,
yeah,
and if you're watching like the full version, I don't know how it's going to be done yet. And but so thank you for watching so much. Really appreciate
yeah.
it.
Thanks for having me on too.
Yeah, of course. If you guys enjoyed, please like and subscribe and comment how you felt about the album because I really do enjoy talking with you guys and just sharing opinions because that's one of the things that I love about it. You know, even if my opinion's the wrong one. Um, yeah, thank you guys so much. And we'll see you guys in the next video. There's gonna be another one, promise. All right, see you guys.